Family slams judge for releasing two violent suspects.
Two dangerous suspects, an accused rapist and an accused killer, are on the run tonight, each wanted on felony arrest warrants after failing to show up in court. One King County judge, Johanna-Bender, is responsible for setting them free. Now, in a Fox 13 News Spotlight exclusive, the family of one of the victims and the Renton police chief are demanding answers. Dashcam video from September 7th at about 10:03 p.m. shows the seconds leading up to the hit-and-run homicide of 60-year-old Tim Gerchmez. 19-year-old Urias Morales Perez was on the way home from a birthday party in his 2002 Honda Civic. He stopped at the intersection of Airport Way and Rainier Avenue South, waiting for the red light to turn. Tim starts walking through the crosswalk. The light changes.
Oh, he ain't even looking that way. He looking towards the camera.
But Morales Perez waits several seconds before he suddenly accelerates, making a left turn, hitting Tim, knocking him up onto the windshield, smashing it. He was hit 2 days before his mom was scheduled to visit.
He didn't even tap on his brake after he hit my son with his car. He just kept going and went home.
He was located a short time later by our officers, obviously intoxicated.
Renton Fire tried to save Tim's life, but he died at Harborview Medical Center. Prosecutors charged Morales Perez with vehicular homicide and hit-and-run felony. It was his second hit-and-run. Bail.
Okay, when I first started this, I'm about to say, okay, why they blaming the judge or something? His second hit and run? How the hell did you not go to prison for your first one if he struck another human being?
Was initially set at $100,000. But then, at his arraignment 2 weeks later, Judge Johanna-Bender agreed to lower it to $10,000, with only $1,000 cash needed to post bond. She made that decision before realizing that Tim's sister and mother had joined the court hearing via Zoom.
Were there any other conditions that the state wanted to address?
Yes, before the victim's family was on Zoom, and they also wanted to speak.
Oh, of course. I apologize.
Beth McIntyre argued against releasing Morales Perez.
I feel, and I think my family feels, that he remains a danger to the community and should stay in jail so he doesn't kill anybody else until his sentencing.
I didn't even want him to have an ankle monitor. He killed somebody. He should have been in jail until his sentencing.
Judge Bender stood by her decision.
The law requires that I presume that anybody accused of a crime is innocent unless and until they are convicted or plead guilty. And related to that, the law requires that I presume that people should be released from jail before trial.
The law requires that you presume that people should be released before trial? What? So no matter what, they come to you and say, Your Honor, this person's a serial killer. We think he killed 14 people, and we got all this evidence. Here's the evidence, blah, blah, blah. You got to say, yeah, I see all this evidence, and you got a picture right there, 2 different pictures of him by the people's houses in 2 different states, and you got a picture with him wearing the same shoes that, whatever it is. You got to, oh, well, I got to pretend like I didn't see that. I got to presume he should be out. Then everybody, if that was the law, everybody would be out, right? Because everybody is innocent until proven guilty. But if you got to presume or assume whatever, that don't make no goddamn sense, right? Did that make y'all head hurt? I have to presume that everybody's should be released? What?
So I don't think it mattered what we said or if we were even on the call.
Phyllis and Beth say releasing a homicide suspect on low bail sends a message that human life doesn't matter.
This is craziness.
Yeah, and is your fear not only that you don't have any sense of even some closure, but also that he might hurt other people?
Well, that was the biggest thing is I was like, why would you let a young 19-year-old go that killed a 60-year-old man and then not expect him to do it again?
The next month, Morales Perez was back in court, where prosecutors asked Judge Bender to remand him to jail because the county had a backlog on setting up his electronic home alcohol monitor. She ruled it's not his fault and denied the request to hold him.
So I'm going to allow your client to remain in the community, and in a significant exercise of trust on my part, I am going to believe that he is going to continue to engage in the good law-abiding behavior.
Why? What part of this look, forget that he killed somebody. drinking and driving. He's 19, not even old enough to drink. It's a big difference between maybe like, hey, you was drinking, but get your stuff together. He's not even allowed to drink anything. Any sip of alcohol is under the influence for him at 19. And he's already hit somebody twice in a hit and run. What part of his action and his behavior told you that he was going to change? No consequences, you're going to change. I don't care if you're a child, a puppy, a cat, whatever. If you don't have no damn consequences, you're going to keep doing it again. That's crazy. Like, why? These fucking liberal judges, man.
That he has been engaging in.
Then on November 8th, Morales-Perez failed to show up for a plea hearing, so a $200,000 warrant was issued for his arrest. Out of concern for the safety of his community, Renton Police Chief John Schult emailed this letter to Judge Bender challenging the comments she made in court, writing, "Good law-abiding behavior. Let's not forget he killed a member of our community while operating a motor vehicle impaired," and asking for clarification on her decision. So I can explain to my community, can you please help me understand the logic of allowing Mr. Perez to be free pending trial? I feel as though his behavior has been minimized at the expense of public safety.
She said, so her reason going to be, well, because I have to assume that everybody deserves to be free. Right? That's the stupid shit she said, right?
Was there something on our end that she was looking at that maybe held a problem for him being held in custody?
And what response did you get?
I got no response back.
This wasn't the first time Renton police have arrested a dangerous suspect, only to see Judge Bender set them free.
Oh, hell no. Hey, where's Littleton? Oh, my God, bro. You guys blind.
Jamari Wilson was finally caught by the Violent Crime Unit after a year on the run. He cut off his GPS tracker after Judge Bender released him from jail on electronic home monitoring. He's back in jail now on $350,000 bail, charged with new gun crimes. And then there's Jose Lopez. Renton police arrested him for rape second degree. Judge Bender gave him electronic home monitoring. He disabled it and hasn't been seen since.
Yeah, I think it really thwarts the trust in the justice system. When
there's a hell of a, I don't know if he, so in the black community, gun violence is a problem and physical attacks. And it seems like in the Hispanic community, rape and like pedo stuff is like a big thing in that community. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And I guess in the white community, they say, hey, being serial killers, basically. And I guess it's, I don't know. That shit crazy. I don't know. It's crazy.
Our community sees it's almost like a revolving door of we're arresting these violent criminals and then they're allowed and released back out on the street.
It's like Chicago. These kids getting caught 16, 17, 18 with guns with extended clips and switches on it, basically machine guns, Tommy guns. Think of the shit Al Capone had. Tommy guns. That's what these motherfuckers got, turning Glocks into Tommy guns. And they just let them free. Like, hey, you go free. I know we caught you with 5 magazines, 2 illegal guns, switches, but you ain't killed nobody. So you go do it first and then come back and see us. That's crazy.
While judicial rules prohibit judges from doing interviews about their decisions, Judge Bender did address criticism she's received. Her comments came at a hearing last October to increase Keshawn Jemerson's bail. He's accused of killing a handyman. Judge Bender told the suspect,
what? What?
To increase Keshawn Jemerson's bail. He's accused of killing a handyman.
Fucking blatant. These men, these supposed to be men, and they react like these killers are fucking, you have the emotional capacity of a woman. Like, we supposed to accept this from a woman, like, but when you got that much strength and power and you act emotionally like that out of just because you don't like something, not that you're in danger, not you're protecting something, defending something, the things you love, your pursuit of happiness, your family, not none of the shit that a man would kill for. You just like, I don't like the way he was treating me and talking to me. I don't like the way he looked at me. This is stupid.
Judge Bender told the suspect's mother she empathized with her.
This hearing isn't about me, but I will share with you that I often get death threats based on the decisions that I make, which is equally frustrating to me because I'm trying to do my job, and it should not be the responsibility of any member of the public to threaten my life because I am trying to uphold the law. So I am very empathetic to the situation that the family finds themselves in.
Why is she on the suspect's side rather than the victim?
Tim's family doubts they'll ever get justice for his hit-and-run death. Renton police say they believe Morales Perez has fled to Mexico. Phyllis says when Judge Bender released him for 10 days with no ankle bracelet, it gave him time to plan his escape.
I think she should be removed from the bench. I'm sure she's done a lot more harm.
This poor mother. How old is she? Her son was 61. And she was about to come see her baby. And she had to make that flight to see her baby like that.
Good.
That's a challenge in Washington state. Judge Bender was appointed by Governor Inslee in 2015 and later elected to the bench. Superior Court judges are not subject to voter recall like other elected officials. Families like Tim's can file a complaint with the Judicial Conduct Commission. They can recommend that a judge be suspended, but the state Supreme Court makes the final ruling. In his letter to Judge Bender, Chief Schultz writes, "I understand that it's your discretion to set bail for those suspects that are seen in your court. I also know that several considerations should be made in that determination, such as severity of the charges, risk to the public, and prior criminal history."
Yeah.
They should look at the safety to the community when making these decisions. I think what we're seeing is a lot of empathy shown towards the suspects, and without that same lens looking at how it affects either the victims of the crime, the families of the victims, or the community at large.
That's just crazy. That poor man and his family. And now look, this guy's probably in fucking Mexico. He gonna come back to the U.S. You gonna find his ass in Texas somewhere or whatever. And they're gonna or some sanctuary city, and they ain't gonna want to give him up. He gonna be in fucking New York New York ain't safe. They going Tom Holland and them. It's going into everything. Hopefully he get caught and this motherfucker burned in hell. You're 19 years old making decisions like that, getting drunk over and over again, hit and run. Then you do another one. Like, that was the warning. And then you get a chance to get out and he's still running away. He's a fucking woman. There's no sense of moral or duty or whatever he has. And this judge should be off the damn bench. Look at this. RP to that man, his mother, blessings to them, this fucking handyman that just walking away and get hit behind the back or something, and we see his last moments right there. This is crazy. Over nothing, probably. I don't know what it was, but it was over nothing. Nothing that made him take a life or that would justify it. Walking away, hit behind the back, some woman shit, like I say. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. Please like, share, subscribe on this road to monetization. We just out here trying to tell the truth. Get this shit out of America. Let men be men again.